Hey, it's Luke, and that's Fred.
Yep, I'm here.
This is Off the Mark, episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
Woo, we finally got a number.
Yeah.
Um, this week is a news week where we go through the good, the bad, and the whatever the hell.
Whatever this shit is.
Whatever the week brings us. Because, well, well. The first topic we start with is Henry Cavill is set to be returning as Superman, not in a solo film, but in a cameo or in a bit part role in another
Mm.
DCU film. What film do you
Yeah.
think it'll be?
Um,
Shazam
almost
2.
likely. Yeah, almost likely be Shazam 2. Um, we'll probably get a teaser of him if the New Gods film goes through. Because obviously with New Gods, it's more of like a Superman territory because of Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, I think. I don't think we'd ever see him in New Gods. I think there'll be references to him, but New Gods are doubtful.
Well, you could have a thing where obviously New Gods will be set in the past, and what will happen is like at the end of the film, they'll be said, "Oh, Krypton's been destroyed," and
Yeah.
there is a it seems that there is a light that an escape pod. Actually, no, they could say two escape pods have escaped from Krypton. One has gone off radar, and the other one has gone to into an unknown region.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, throw a Supergirl teaser in there, why not?
hmm
Um, yeah, because this topic is pretty shallow, I want let's be honest, this was a slow week for news. Last week was
but
so much better, but we decided to do an episode 0 instead, so, well, oh well. Anywho, what, so, because of this, I am going to ask you, and we're both going to go over what our perfect Superman movie would be starring Henry Cavill. It can be set any time during Superman's timeline. It doesn't have to relate to Man of Steel. It can if you want. And
hmm
so, what would your dream Superman film be?
um, I think a good Superman film is where it'll obviously introduce our villain, but in like a subtle way. So obviously we'll have like our main villain for the film. So this main villain could be Brainiac, or it could be, I don't know, Mongol, or like someone who is like a big threat, and then it obviously, like, as the film progresses, like it teases someone who is a much more greater threat than them.
Yeah, see, that's why I've never understood Brainiac as a Superman villain. I think he's far too powerful to be relegated to Superman villain.
Well, here's the thing. Have you ever heard of a so there's an animated film, an animated Superman film called Superman Unbound, and
Yes,
you've seen it. Uh,
I am aware of it. I think I've seen it.
so obviously in Superman Unbound, it's about the relationship between Superman and Supergirl as it becomes like obviously she has only been in Metropolis for, like, I think it was like it's either a year or a few months, and
Yeah,
she's obviously trying to get used to it. But it all comes down when a so Brainiac probe comes to Earth, looking for something, and then obviously Superman defeats it, brings it back to the Fortress of Solitude, and then when Supergirl sees it, she's scared because she obviously recognizes it, and she recognizes it because these drones or probes were in like in Candor City, and um around Metropolis, not around Metropolis, but on Krypton during a particular part of the end event. So obviously
Yeah.
Brainiac was the reason why Krypton blew up.
Yeah.
And obviously, like you can obviously say that that obviously Brainiac sent uh, uh, detonation shards into the core of Krypton and then blew it up, but took Kandor away, and then obviously it can set up the whole not so obviously like the whole Kandor and the Fortress of Solitude type thing.
Yeah. Right. Cast. I'm gonna ask you to cast, or in your pitch for this film, cast a few of the characters and pick a director.
Oh, okay. So I'd either say J.J. Abrams or James Gunn for the director,
Yeah.
because obviously James Gunn's worked on the Guardians of the Galaxy, and he obviously has worked with like space and alien stuff. And J.J. Abrams because obviously he's worked on Star Trek and Star Wars, so
Yeah.
obviously he's worked with like that sort of thing before.
However, I would say he hasn't worked well with those things, but yeah. Go on, cast.
No, but obviously there's been some elements that he has had a few good ideas, but he has mostly like not fully gone through with a lot of like those good ideas and has gone to with more safer options.
Yeah.
Which has let down like his production a lot.
Yeah.
But cast wise, I'd obviously you'd have Henry Cavill as Superman. I think a lot of the cast who have been linked to Superman in previous films, such as Man of Steel, so Lawrence Fishburne, Amy Adams.
Oh yeah,
I
I'd
think
keep all them, man. I'm
all of
more
them.
asking what new cast would you add?
New cast. So I'd have Freya Allen, who have you ever seen The Witcher?
No, but I will find a picture of her now.
So Freya Allen is a
Oh yeah, I'm aware of her.
yeah. I'd want her to play Supergirl in it because
Ooh,
she's actually young enough to play
yeah,
Supergirl.
she's a great cast. I mean, I like the older Supergirl of the show, but this would be an interesting version of it.
Well, obviously, what you could do is like obviously show that that Superman is obviously quite older, and she is at least like probably like 10, maybe.
Yeah, she's 10 years younger, minimum.
Yeah, and then obviously you could do it so that she's introduced into the film either in a bit of like you could do like a scene where like she comes to Earth and then it like it comes up saying like 5 years later and that or a few years later, and then it'll show her like how she's been trying to recuperate for like some time, and it's obviously like been Superman going in and out of like checking on her and stuff.
Yeah.
Just to say that obviously like she's been on Earth for a bit, but she's not woken up, so she's like recovering from being in a different dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Who would be your villain and who would you cast as them?
So I would have. So obviously, I love the idea of having Brainiac because if you look at a few things, I think my favorite version of Brainiac from from live action, because I know of two versions of Brainiac from live action. Well, three technically. And you have in Smallville you have a version of Brainiac, but I think my favorite one is from Krypton.
Yeah, Krypton's is by far the best, at least
I
looks wise, and
I
what I've
love
seen
his
of him.
design, but it's interesting because in Krypton Brainiac is like smart because he he can calculate someone's move within like a few seconds and then execute it in less than that. And I'm like, if we had like a film version of that, that'd be really cool. And if I had to choose someone to be Brainiac in film, I think I'd probably go with Ralph Fiennes.
Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, I get that one.
Ralph Fiennes would be really cool, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
I give that. Do you have any more story details or anything that you'd like to lay out about your Superman film? Or
So obviously I'd have the film as like hit like Superman like starting on like rocky terms with Supergirl and being like, oh, like she's in a new environment that she doesn't understand and she's getting used to having a cousin who is much more older than her now, and it's like about them building like a bond so that they can
yeah,
trust each other, and they both have to work together to take down Brainiac because that's what it's going to take.
yeah.
So
Right.
obviously Superman cannot take Brainiac on his own because
It's
Brainiac
yeah.
is because obviously he's quite smart, he's quite powerful, and his intellect is like not really like cannot be really refined in any way.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
I'd also
So,
have Lex Luthor in it as well, but like to have like a bit of like a like I think one of my favorite lines that I've heard Lex Luthor is like if the son of a but if the sorry, let me rephrase that. If the son of a bitch kills him, it saves me the trouble of trying to express a coup.
okay.
So
Should I go with mine?
go on then.
Uh, while you've been talking, I've been researching, and I'm gonna go through director and then story and then who I'd cast as the added characters I would add. First off, director. You might not be aware of him, and most people probably aren't. Paul King.
What's he directed?
He's directed two major films. Uh,
Okay.
and he's directed Bunny and the Bull, and then Paddington and Paddington 2.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
then.
no, have you watched either of them?
I've watched both Paddington films. Yes, I have.
They are two of the best British films almost ever, and they have a unique sense of style to them. It's not really matched. Also, they are incredibly wholesome, and I want that from Superman film. Plus, the writing style is along the lines of what I want, maybe slightly less childish, slightly
Mm-hmm.
less. I think if you could bring on Paul King as maybe he's not the lead, or maybe he's not the director, but maybe he's the head writer alongside James Gunn or someone like that.
Yeah.
I think his
Well,
style would work so well with Superman.
all right.
Um,
It's interesting because if it would be an interesting option.
I don't think they'd ever go with him, but he feels like just watching them Paddington films. They're just so wholesome.
Mm.
And like the doll's house aesthetic that it brings in a lot of the transitions is so fun.
Yeah.
And introducing something not like that, not that obviously, into a Superman film, I think would be really fun. Again, it would never happen, but that's my personal favorite.
Yeah.
A
All
lot of people say
right.
Chris McQuarrie, who's basically done every Tom Cruise film ever, but I'm not a massive fan of that because I'm not a massive
All
fan of
right.
any of them. You know,
Mm.
when you're on the pretty much all of the Mission Impossibles, The Mummy,
Oh, okay.
Valkyrie, which is a I believe it was Valkyrie. Tom
Right.
Cruise film. He has life back right now. But yeah, I'm not a massive fan of that, and I'm not a massive fan of J.J. Abrams.
Mm.
So the story of my Superman film would pretty much be Superman's first outing.
Mm-hmm.
Not like his first robbery, but like his first big sort of super villain, if you will.
Yeah.
And so I think you can have Superman having been Superman for 8 months, maybe 6 months within
Mm-hmm.
that region. So he's been Superman, maybe had a little superpower fight here and there, but nothing that's really caused him much issue. Which means as of the beginning of this film, he is overconfident.
Mm-hmm.
He is way too cocky. Like, he's still the lovable Superman, but he doesn't take fighting crime seriously. He's too eager just to waltz in, stop crime easy, because every single fight he's been in up until this point has been.
Yeah.
My villain is Metallo.
Okay.
Metallo
I
ties to
actually.
Metallo tied to Lex Luthor. Lex, having watched him for the past 6 months, not a fan. Discovers kryptonite by accident. Kryptonite is being used as a power source in that suit, but it just happens that this affects Kryptonians, and he uses his knowledge of kryptonite being from outer space, and he just sort of takes a punt with it. It's not like he's got kryptonite and he knows what kryptonite does. It's sort of kryptonite can power this suit, and it's from space. Fingers crossed.
Mm.
Like, there can be a bit more logic to it than that, but I'm just sort of racing
So
through. And so when he fights Metallo, he goes in way too confident. Almost dies first fight, end of the first act.
yeah.
Oh, were you? Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say, obviously, we've seen concept art of Metallo in the films,
Yeah.
and obviously, when you said Metallo, because I was gonna say Metallo for my one as like a side villain to say that obviously Lex has like been developing like a new countermeasure against Superman, and this being Brainiac, like when Brainiac's like probes are like all dismantled, like Lex has like taken the pieces of technology and bonded them to a human host, and obviously creates Metallo. But obviously, have you seen the concept art of Metallo?
Yes, I have. I hate it.
You hate it. He looks like a giant. Not gonna lie, he looks like a more bulkier version of Vulture.
Again, I think it could work. I don't like it.
No,
However,
I don't.
in live action, if they played it off as, this is obviously a mess of a suit, that can kind
Yeah.
of work as long as they acknowledge that, and it's sort of like this is first draft Metallo.
Well, technically, what you could do is just say that obviously he's like test driving Lex's attempt at making a new suit of armor to take on Superman, and when it goes haywire with all the bulky like big cannons and jet boosters, it just sends him into like a burning smolder. But in
Yeah.
fact, like he survives it and was taken away by Lex, and because the armor is now bonded to his skin, they thought, you know what, let's just upgrade him more and make him more into a robot.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I'll finish the story of this. It's pretty rough from here on out. So
Yes, yes, yes.
he gets his ass handed to him at end of the first act. And then because he's lost, and this is his first loss, he takes a walk, finds something up in the north part, wherever, I can't remember where the Fortress of Solitude is, like an abandoned Kryptonian ship that becomes the Fortress of Solitude,
Mm-hmm.
or that he shapes into it. He also finds a message from his father within the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And he may also find the AI of his father that's in the Fortress of Solitude. And then he discusses with his father, who basically takes him down a peg. And at this point, Metallo has done a fair bit of damage to Metropolis. And when Superman returns, to find that Metallo's done all this to the city. Like, he's not destroyed it, he's not taken it over, but he's done a fair bit of damage. He's not, like, people are dead. It's not great. So Superman comes back, stops Metallo, swears to never let something like this happen to Metropolis ever again. With Metallo having failed, he's taken back to Lex. Lex makes a robot Metallo, who would be set up for the sequel as just sort of like a minor bad, or maybe the first act bad. Initial fight.
So your main villain. So your main villain is just Metallo.
Yeah.
Okay. So
there's a few bank robbers here and there in the first act. But the main villain's Metallo, with Lex being just in the background.
Yeah. So
it'd be really simple, but just and that last fight between Superman and Metallo would be Superman in maybe a nicer suit than before. Have you seen one of the more recent ones of Superman where he's just wearing like a t-shirt and a cape and a...
Yeah.
The film would start with that, end with his proper suit, boxers and all, or a belt if I have to. If I have to make that sacrifice, I'll have a belt.
I think one thing that they could do is like have it so that his suit for the most of it is just like a spandex like blue like leotard with like the red pants on the outside and just like an S, and then obviously by the end of the film he gets like an actual proper suit.
See, I like the jeans, the short sleeve t-shirt. However, I think his final suit would be more like the originals, where it had the black center and a yellow outline to the symbol. Like that, I love the look of that suit. Editor me, if you can remember on the YouTube version of this, please show the picture I'm referencing up there with the credit. If I haven't remembered, just ask me about it. I'll find it for you. I'll say. But yeah, that's my pitch.
Okay.
Do you have anything else to comment, or are we moving on to the bad?
So okay. When you mentioned this is a bit of a throw off. So when you mentioned the whole like the Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah.
I just thought of an interesting idea about what they could do in the main continuity. And that is, in the Justice League film, you have like the crashed Kryptonian ship in the middle of Metropolis.
Yeah.
What if they put in a scene where Superman makes a deal with the government and he basically picks up the Kryptonian ship and flies it away, and then like he crashes it down in the Antarctic, freeze it, puts like this massive uses his freeze breath to put massive icicles over it, and then that is his Fortress of Solitude.
Oh yeah, that could definitely work. And what
I love
happened to the ship in the Arctic in Man of Steel?
Oh, that's it. That is the ship.
Oh yeah. I want that.
I'm pretty sure that's the ship because Zod goes there and corrupts the ship by implementing his own key, which gets rid of Jor-El's AI consciousness.
Oh, right. Yeah. I'd definitely be up for that. I think we should move swiftly along to the bad, because I know both of us are really not happy about this one.
No, definitely not.
Do you want to discuss it, and then I will read through the casting call?
Yeah. So, do you want me to explain what the bad is?
Yes, I do.
All right. So all of you listening, the bad the bad part. So we've had the good so far. Now we're moving on to the bad. The bad is we're obviously fans of the CW universe called the Arrowverse, which
Rip Arrow.
Rip Arrow because
And Rip Green
it
out of the carries.
well the entire show, the entire like series is obviously you have different TV shows which are Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, Batwoman, and technically Black Lightning now,
Black
and
Lightning was always on.
and Stargirl.
Yeah, Stargirl's kind of iffy, but
I've I've actually watched the 3 episodes of Stargirl. That's quite cool.
I haven't watched any of it yet.
That's quite nice. I quite like it. I'm actually pulled in. Not gonna lie.
It looks great. I can't wait for the crossover between Stargirl and Flash.
I'm just gonna say this: 3 episodes into watching Stargirl, and I was already nearly crying. Not because of it being bad, because there was a character that dies, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, why am I getting upset?"
All right. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Going on to the bad. Batwoman. So one of these shows is called Batwoman, which the main character is Kate Kane, who is Batwoman, and she has been portrayed by the actress Ruby Rose. And Batwoman is obviously part of the LGBTQ because she is a lesbian. But under mysterious circumstances, the actress playing Batwoman, Ruby Rose, has decided to quit the role after the
Very
first
mysterious.
Season. It's a bit weird.
She got a back injury that almost left her in a wheelchair permanently.
Yeah. But obviously it was the fact that she didn't really discuss everything. She just randomly got up and said, "Oh, I'm not doing it anymore." And she just stayed quiet for a bit. So I'm thinking if it was that, you could have just said. So I kind of feel like there is more to it than that.
Yeah, I don't think she could handle the pressures of the show.
Yeah. So obviously underway went a search for a new actress, part of the LGBTQ community, who can play Kate Kane, Batwoman, in the next season. What's happened is they've now thrown that out, and they are now choosing a completely new character called Ryan Wilder, I think it is.
Ryan Wilder. However, most people expect that won't actually be the character's name. That's just what they're using in the casting process.
Yeah. And so basically this character is like a rough and tumble, like street alleyway person.
Would you like me to read through the casting call?
Yes, go on.
Female, mid to late 20s, any ethnicity. Ryan Wilder is about to become Batwoman. She's likable, messy, a little goofy, and untamed. She's nothing like Kate Kane, the woman who wore the Batsuit before her. With no one in her life to keep her on track, Ryan spent years as a drug runner, dodging the GCPD and masking her pain with bad habits. Today, reformed and sober, Ryan lives in her van with her plant, a girl who used to steal milk for an alley cat and could also kill you with her bare hands. Ryan is the most dangerous type of fighter, highly skilled and wildly undisciplined, an out lesbian, athletic, raw, passionate, fallible, and very much not your stereotypical all-American hero. Yeah, that's it.
First off, I don't like the fact that they've decided to make someone else Batwoman, because obviously Batwoman has only been Kate Kane. I don't think there's ever been like another person who has been Batwoman. It's like turning around and saying, "Oh, I don't know, Luke Fox is the new Batman." It's like saying that.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. And also,
it doesn't.
This game started. No, they should have just recast Ruby Rose, because at this point, this character is so different. I've just completely lost my word. So this character will never get the handing over of the torch moment from Kate.
No.
Kate it's just gonna have to vanish or just be killed off screen or something. Because
I think what they could do is just say that obviously it goes like 1 year later, and it's like obviously Hush disguised as Bruce comes to the tower, takes some of the kryptonite and kills Kate, or kidnaps her and takes her away somewhere.
yeah.
But it's just really, it's a bit frustrating because obviously the description of the character I'm not too fond of. Like, you're taking you're taking someone who used to be a drug runner, turn them into a hero, and basically someone who I don't think could ever come close to being as much as Batwoman as Kate Kane is.
No.
I'm not gonna lie, I've grown to like Batwoman now. I've grown to think, you know what, Batwoman's actually a cool show. Like, by the end of it, I thought there are so many things that you could do in a Batman movie that
Yeah.
I never thought I'd want, that I never thought they could do with Batwoman, but they have, and I like it. And I like it.
Yeah.
So that's cool. But it's the fact that they've now changed it to Ryan Wilder or whatever they're
Whoever
actually going to be
this.
calling it.
Do you think
Yeah.
they're actually going to pull a character from the comics, so it's just going to be someone brand new? Oh, they're just going to say, "Oh, Cassandra Cain."
If they turn around and just say, "Oh, it's Cassandra Cain," then I'm like, do not make her Batwoman. Either make her Black Bat, just make her Black Bat or Batgirl, or if you want a new character, have Stephanie Brown
Yeah.
and
I mean,
have her.
I wouldn't want Stephanie Brown because I wouldn't believe Bruce would be that far along in this timeline yet. For
Yeah.
Stephanie Brown, unless he had it earlier. But I think Cassandra Cain is the only way I would be in any way okay with it, and I don't like that.
Well, it's difficult because they want someone who is part of the LGBTQ, which is fair enough. Like, there
Yeah.
are like a lot of actors who do fit that role. Like, not gonna lie, you could get Cara Delevingne, and not gonna lie, the actress who I'd love to see as Batwoman is Wallace. Is it Wallace Days?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see her as Batwoman. Like, I think she would fit it quite well. She's part of the LGBTQ. She's quite athletic, and from what I've seen, she is able to fight quite well. Like, probably she may actually make the. She actually might probably put Ruby Rose to shame a bit, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like, obviously, what's your opinion with it?
I don't know. I don't really like anything except just recasting Kate Kane entirely. So I'm not a fan of this at all. I'm not a
Yeah.
fan of anything they're doing right now. I don't see much sense unless you're expecting Ruby Rose to come back after the season, which she's not going to. Like, she hasn't come out with a statement saying, "I need a break." No, she's gone. She's not mentioned a thing on it, really.
Yeah.
Like, you can't expect. No, you just have to recast her. And if Ruby Rose ever wants back, she left in the first place. Like,
Yeah.
Sure, it's not okay that she got that back injury, and I still believe that's mostly why she left. There might be other reasons, like she couldn't hold up her own show, and Batman got extended from 16 episodes a season to 23, and I don't think that would have been nice on anyone.
Obviously, if it's a commitment issue, then obviously she should have probably thought about that before signing up, because
Yeah,
she should have obviously thought about it.
Yeah, but she was promised a 16 episode season.
Yeah.
And then she got an injury. And they changed it to 24, and I don't blame her at all for not wanting to
No.
stay. I think she got it really bad treatment as well.
It's an interesting situation because obviously I feel like Batwoman's just got good, and the ending that they had us on, so the ending that we've gotten is actually a really cool ending. I think it's probably like a cool cliffhanger because so far I've only seen I've only watched The Flash and Batwoman, and the endings that they've had for that have just been cliffhangers.
Yeah.
So
Oh no, because
yeah.
they couldn't conclude either season. Even though. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't have much more to say on this.
I think
Except Legends rules.
Legends what?
Legends rules.
I saw an image of Legends, and it's just of like a bunch of, I think, historical figures. And I've not watched any of Legends. Yeah, I've
Oh,
not watched any of
you
it.
you need to get back on the series. Have you seen the
I
new
do.
intro for Legends?
No.
Oh, they changed the intro just like the Flash did, and it's so good. It's such a good
I'm
intro.
not gonna lie.
It,
I've not watched Legends, Supergirl, or Black Lightning. I need to watch all of them.
yeah, if nothing else, catch up on Legends. Legends is so good this year.
Mm.
Last season
But
it was kind of average, but
yeah, I'm looking. Not gonna lie. I'm looking forward to the rest of season of Stargirl because I've gotten quite into it because I was out yesterday having a chat with my brother on the walk, and I was talking to him about it, and he so there's a character in not in Batwoman in Stargirl called Dragon King, and my brother thought that he was a completely different character to who it was, and I was like, who did you think he was? He was like, I thought it was Cobra, and I'm like, right.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think should we? I don't. Do you have anything
I
more to
think
say on that?
I think I think at the moment Batwoman is not looking that great because think about this: Batwoman and Superman and Lois are going to be having the crossover. This is
Oh no! Oh, that's gonna be so bad.
unless they turn around and just say that obviously the new character of Batwoman is going to be the actor who they introduce as Bruce Wayne. If they just turn around and said like he's going to be on it now, and like Bruce has come back to investigate what's happened to Kate.
Yeah.
We have so many. We not gonna lie, there are so many actors at the moment who are playing Batman. Because have you like no like this is totally off. This is a bit off topic, but you know Joaquin Phoenix's Joker.
Yeah.
The second film is being planned, and they've already cast an actor to play Bruce Wayne, but older.
If you can't source that, I'm not gonna believe it.
So I looked on. I think it's is it. I can't remember what it's. You know, Screen is it Screen Rant?
You know, Screen Rant doesn't do news. Not really. This is their
No.
predictions or who they want.
So no. There was a thing. So there was a thing that I looked at that apparently. So I'm not saying this is actually happening. That they are in talks at the moment to have a older version of Bruce Wayne in the film, played by an actor, but they haven't clarified who is going to be playing him. But the possibility is this is going to lead into a a weird situation.
Yeah, the only thing I can find on that is from February 13th, 2020. And it's one of Screen Rant's, oh, look at us, we've got, oh yeah, we're gonna make a prediction, and if it's wrong, well,
Because
it's
there was
gonna
a
be wrong.
thing.
It's
Because
not,
I looked at a
this
thing
isn't
and
a
it.
thing.
Because for some reason I was looking at it and it said, "Do you know who Aaron Paul is?"
Yeah.
Apparently, Apparently, there was something mentioned about him possibly playing Batman. I was thinking, I don't really think that's true unless I've really seen anything, unless there is actually any in talks. Because
Yeah, it's not been reported by anyone reputable, and like Screen Rant have a way of hiding news. No, hiding. Oh, here's a fan theory as news. This isn't got a grain of truth to it.
yeah,
Anyway,
Anyway.
shall we move on to the whatever the hell?
Yes. So
Uh,
so let's move on to our next subject, which is whatever the shit this is.
Okay.
Oh,
Um, Evan Peters is set to be playing an unknown role in WandaVision. Yep.
I'm just gonna put this. If they bring him in and he is playing like a new version of Quicksilver, I ain't gonna be happy.
I'm not. I like the other one.
Not gonna lie. Is it Aaron? It's Aaron Taylor. I think that's
Aaron
his name.
Taylor Johnson.
That's him, Aaron Taylor Johnson. I liked his version of Quicksilver. I think he's quite cool. He's quite like I kind of wish they'd kept him around for a bit longer. But
Yeah, I liked him a lot. He could have been a great character.
I'm not gonna lie, because I think I would love to have like either a TV show or a film, which is Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, like a film about them and their like how they were brought up and how they got to where they are.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Mm.
Yeah, a prequel show with them would be a prequel something with them would be fun, even though I don't think we need it. I think Evan Peters will be playing. I'm not sure how big of a role, but he'll almost certainly be playing X-Men Quicksilver. They might even bring him through. I could imagine them bringing him through, having him be Quicksilver in this universe now.
Quick question. I don't know whether or not my knowledge of Quicksilver is a bit vague, but I'm trying to think of this. Is Quicksilver able to travel through time similar to what Flash does? Like, has he ever actually done that? Has he ever actually done that?
I'm pretty sure he's done it once. It just depends who's writing him, really. If people want to, if people want to, if people want him to, he can. But I don't think they really do that with him anymore. He might have done it once, but not really. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've just typed that in. I just typed in, can Quicksilver travel through time? And it all it's done is just told me the logistics of how fast the Flash and Quicksilver can run. But it's not really said whether or not he's actually run through time.
I'm not really sure. I don't have much say on this topic. It was we just needed something for this slot, really. Like, it's news. I don't really have an opinion on it because I'm not a massive fan of his Quicksilver, but also he's fine, so I don't really know.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I kind of feel like if you do have Quicksilver travel through time, it's a bit of an interesting thing because I don't think anyone's used to seeing Quicksilver doing that. I think
No,
the only character.
I don't think you should do it. I think then everyone goes, "Oh, Flash."
Yeah, I think not gonna lie. I've never seen Quicksilver travel through time. I've only seen Flash do that. I've seen him do it in the DC films. I've seen him do it in the Flash TV series, and yeah, I just can't imagine him doing that. To be honest, but
No,
well.
I think that's probably it, right?
Well, a question. So he could be playing Quicksilver, but who else could he play?
I don't know.
Imagine if
I
he just played like. Wait, how old is Evan Peters?
30 something.
He's 30 something. And how old is Elizabeth Olsen?
28.
Because I did just have a
He's
thought, but
Yeah, Evan Peters is 33. Elizabeth Olsen is. I can't find it. Keep talking.
no, because I had a thought about imagine if he is
Oh
like
no, Elizabeth Olsen's 31. So there's like a 2 year age gap.
So I imagine if he is a mutant, So this is obviously what links the X-Men and the MCU together, and basically he is a mutant who obviously, like, they don't really say his name, but it's revealed that he is Wanda's son.
Yeah.
And obviously he is like he was like made by yeah. So obviously he's just Scarlet Witch's son, and obviously he is able to use certain abilities. So they could say, yeah, he is Quicksilver, but he's not the Quicksilver we know,
Yeah.
or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to make sense of it, because not gonna lie, not gonna lie. What do we actually know of the WandaVision TV show?
Quite a lot actually.
So
So
what is the
we know Doctor Strange is gonna at least have a cameo. It's gonna lead straight into Doctor Strange, Vision's returning,
okay?
sitcom style, lots of multiverse meddling. Well,
Hmm.
yeah.
So what's the
This,
actual plot of the show? Like, have they
oh,
revealed like a
we know
synopsis?
absolutely nothing. I know
Nothing.
no.
Because the trailer that I looked at did not give anything away, and I was thinking, I'm so confused.
Yeah,
I
sitcom.
generally I've no idea how Vision is there, and why it keeps changing from different styles of TV shows and stuff, and I'm thinking, what am I even looking at?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like,
I
not gonna
have
lie,
no idea.
not gonna lie, the other shows, the other MCU TV shows are actually quite cool. Like, I'm looking forward to seeing them,
Okay. Well,
especially Falcon and Winter Soldier, or as you like to say it, Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
yep, it's Captain America and Winter Soldier. I don't care.
Yeah,
Um, I think I need to finish up now. Uh,
yeah, that's cool.
Next week hopefully we'll be able to hit an hour, but currently
Mm.
I'm against a time.
So this is Fred signing off for now, and this has also been.
Oh, Luke, bye.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys next time. Well, next week, same time,
Yeah.
or
Uh,
another
Saturday,
episode.
Saturday, 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock or 9 o'clock
Yeah.
UK time,
Well,
depending on things. Hopefully we have a logo now. We'll see.
yeah.
If not,
Um,
we will next week.
yeah. But hopefully there's some more news.
I've
We'll
been Luke. He's been Fred. Bye.
see you
Bye.
next time.